All right, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Divine honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all like the Akim wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit, another modern day madness and prophecies, right? And just a collection of videos, if only if I could do one of these every 10 minutes every day, there'd always be something still popping off. All right, but we're going to deal with we're going to start with this clip about facts about slavery that are lesser known. And if I had the time, I could pull up articles about each one, because I've actually, coincidentally, each fact they're going to bring up, these are things that recently had come to light, although they were hidden for centuries. The fact that they would sometimes take Israelite slave skin, black men, women, and children's skin, and use it for, leather boots, or feed our children to gators, or use our teeth as replacement teeth for theirs, or use our hair for stuffing of their furniture, right? These things sound outlandish, which is why they have come up with the term critical race theory. They want to get rid of the history of the things that they have done because they're ashamed.
Disturbing facts about slavery that isn't taught in schools. Number 1, black people's skulls were used as jack-o'-lanterns. Number 2, deaths.
Now that one I didn't know and I can't confirm, number 1, but the rest of these I can't confirm. But I honestly wouldn't be surprised, because they're known for that's medieval times. You would cut off the heads of your enemies and set them on stakes outside of the territory. So that's not nothing. I don't find that utterly shocking.
Slaves' hair was used as stuffing for bedding. Number 3, black enslaved babies were used as alligator bait. Number 4, they skinned black people alive and made boots out of their skin. And lastly, enslaved people were boiled alive in sugar.
Yeah, that last one, that was more popular in the islands, where Benjamin and Levi is, because of the fact that they were more so picking cane sugar compared to us on the mainland, picking cotton and shit, right? So imagine that, getting boiled in sugar, and the properties of sugar, it's getting extra hot on your skin. The sugar is, boy, y'all eat, boy, oh boy. And here, when you put this in front of people, that was a long time ago. Well, a long time ago doesn't mean it's okay. All right, let me get another one. And this one, they're just making fun of us. Hey, this is a little Popeye skit, a cartoon. Come to find out, y'all, they did all these things to us. They make fun of us. And then when we try to hold them accountable, they try to excuse themselves. This was a kid's cartoon show. See, back in the day, it was cool to boast and to brag on how they brought us down. But now they're being reproached for it, y'all. That's the only issue. They're not, the so-called white man, just like any thief or criminal, no one's sorry for doing the act. An adulterer is not a sorry for committing adultery. They get sorry when they get caught. They wasn't crying and tearing up and begging for mercy when they was, getting a hump on, or a thief was getting his theft on, or a murderer's getting his murder on. The so-called white man is only ashamed of this history because it's coming to light by way of the internet and modern day technology. We have the ability through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to dig into the past to reveal this man, which is a problem for him, not for us. Sirach, is it 41? And yep, 5. Y'all know I gotta get it. It's basic, but I got to get it. Sirach 41 and 5. The children of sinners are abominable children, and they that are conversant in the dwelling of the ungodly. The inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, and their prosperity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake. And that's what we're seeing. They're not complaining. They weren't complaining when it was 2001 and Britney Spears era, fucking, what's that band, man? Damn, that rock band. Esau wasn't complaining when life was good in America. He wasn't complaining in 1954, you know, when he could go buy a brand new house for $8,000 and a brand new car for $1,000. But now he's complaining because the veil has been pulled back on him. All right, I got 2 more clips actually to show you, you know, because this constant, us being Israelites, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, we go through a constant volley of struggle. All right, volley, the term from volleyball, to have where the ball is bouncing between team and team without hitting the ground. We are constantly being volleyed by this man, fucked over left and right before even touching the ground. All right, so let me show you these 2 clips. Let's deal with Hidden Ranch and then this one woman. Oh, not this, right here.
Did you know the popular condiment ranch dressing was invented by a black cowboy? Let's explore. Steve Henson. Steve Henson created ranch dressing to complement the dishes he was serving to his work crews while...
I'm sorry, y'all. You can see his birth date and his death date, 1918 to 2007. That dude lived a long time. He got to see a lot. You know, hey, that reminds me of Pata Seca, that the video, the man who had like 200 some children out of Brazil. He was born in the 1800s and lived till the 1950s. You know, he was 130 some years old. You know, this guy got to see a lot, y'all. Think about this, 1918. So his parents would more than likely greatly either could have been slaves, but definitely his grandparents were slaves. And he made it all the way to 07. So he remember horse and buggy to when, you know, jets, airplanes, and the iPhone had just came out. You know, I believe the iPhone either came out in what, 07? Yeah, because the new you know, the new Xboxes came out in 05, the Xbox 360. So that's seeing a lot in your life, from the old world to the new world. And he got his invention snatched and not given the credit, like always.
Working as a plumber in Alaska. Upon retirement, Henson and his wife Gail bought the large 120-acre Sweetwater Ranch in Santa Barbara, California in 1954. They soon changed the name to Hidden Valley Ranch. Henson bought his recipe, now called ranch dressing, to California. In 1972, Henson sold the business to Clorox for $8 million. Henson died in 2007 in Reno, Nevada. He was 89 years old. This has been another historical moment with Hustler Culture.
So right there, he died. Now, here it is. They tell y'all, us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we haven't contributed anything to society. See here, and you can now, they probably make $8 million in a week now, this company, Hidden Valley. You know, everybody, shit, motherfuckers, niggas in the hood are eating Hidden Valley, putting it on their shit. Don't have no idea that it was invented by one of their people, because we're just seen as dummies and niggas, y'all. Even when we do great contributions for society, the credit goes elsewhere, like the Jack Daniels drink, right? Now, so now, how much you want to bet his family isn't as wealthy as they should? His family is not as wealthy as the people who still own the corporations. You know, the Clorox motherfuckers. You think the Clorox motherfuckers plan on giving that back to the family? Fuck no. And that's if you were to become a very rich off of someone else's inheritance, if you were a good person, if you gonna follow the law, because that's in the laws. You can't take someone else's inheritance. You have to return the inheritance to whomever descendant it belongs to, the closest of kin. Do you think Esau gives a fuck about that? No, he don't give a flying F. Next clip. Combine the two.
Chosen not to stand on the podium.
I think this is a form of protest.
I really hope she doesn't go through with this.
this woman, this Israelite woman, she was raised out there in France, but she performed the best routine that night. She did a move, which is they now made it illegal after she did it. She did a backflip and landed on one leg, and they didn't want to give her first place. So what she chose to do was not to stand on the podium, to rebel. All right, but the reason why I'm bringing this out, of course, the reason why I'm bringing this out in the other clip, we do all these great things, we do all these benefits for the world, y'all, and it's not accounted. They make no account of our labors. We don't get no credit when we've done some. We are the former of all things, but let the so-called white man tell it, we're just dumb niggas in the hood, and that's all we've ever been. And before we were that, we were dumb niggas in Africa. So they sitting there booing her. Fuck you people. Y'all couldn't even lace no skates up. And I done went ice skating. That shit hard as hell. Alright, I learned how to do it the same day. Lord, because we're Jacob. We can do shit like that. But you old hating ass, bunch of hating ass Edomites in that crowd booing her.
On the podium. I don't know if she's waiting for Tanya to join.
So she did that move. Apparently, her nickname came to become the Ice Queen, but she did that move where she does a backflip and lands on one skate, and to this day can't nobody top it. That's why they made the move illegal. That's how when we do things so great, they set rules around it, y'all. That's why basketball is as lame as it is now, because it didn't used to be like that. Jake came in there, started doing all kinds of tricks. Now you can't touch nobody. You can't, if you go, you can't do this, rushing foul, charging foul, posting, all this goofy shit, right? Whenever we do our greatness, Esau sets rules around it because he can't handle us. And that's the heathen. They're just jealous of us at all times. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get this out of Additions to Esther 13. I just want to get this to show you how we're hated of all the nations, and our basically, y'all, I'm just reading Additions to Esther 13:4. It says, declared unto us. So this was a letter being written to Artaxerxes about us, the Israelites, how the heathen feel about us. It says, declared unto us that in all nations throughout the world there were scattered a certain malicious people that had laws contrary to all nations, and continually despised the commandments of kings, so as the uniting of our kingdoms honorably intended by us cannot go forward. All right, and now this is in the time of the Persians and the Medes, but they're saying that basically our ways is completely opposite of everyone else's ways, which they are. Therefore, that's all, it's their fault that we can't achieve the NWO. Us, the Israelites, we're the problem. Meanwhile, we're the great ones on the earth, and you heathen really are just jealous. And that's what all this, goes back to, especially Esau, Edom specifically, over the birthright. But they hate on us because they ain't us. Matter of fact, in the law, it tells you that these nations are supposed to look at us and be in awe of us. Deuteronomy, where's it at? Yep. 4 and 6. It says, keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations, which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. For what nation is there so great, who hath Yahweh so nigh unto them? As Yahweh Bashem Yahweh our power is in all things that we call upon him for. So these nations know that we have that special connection to the Heavenly Father, and because of that, they're jealous of us, which is why when you read in other scriptures, they have done their best to take away our memorial, all right, to take away our remembrance. Okay, so coming back, so let's get next batch. Let's deal with let me see. Okay, you got a lot of conspiracies, if you will, concerning this Maui shit. Let's take a look. It says some residents in Maui claim they are receiving eviction notices. Demonic.
There's giving eviction notices to people whose houses didn't burn down. That shouldn't be legal. How the fuck did you get? The court took time to write an eviction notice. was evil in this world. I knew there was hateful people in this world. I knew there was people walking around here that they're not people, like I said, on the other. But Jesus Christ. It takes more. That's a whole group of people that would have to get to do that. That the landlord had to go to the court, file a petition, and then manage to get that shit done in under a fucking week. And we can't get aid. We can't get the stuff we need. We're getting pushed back by some fucking bureaucracy and bullshit. But you can fucking evict somebody. They are giving eviction.
Yeah, that sister was hurt. Well, you know, I'll say I don't know if she was an Israelite woman or if she was a Japhetic woman. She looked like a sister staying out there. That's some. You got to think about that. That's a good point she made. Now here it is, y'all. When we go to court, it take you 6 months just to finally get that goddamn ticket off your record. But these motherfuckers went and slid up in there, boom, dop, doom, and got everything. Now everybody got to get evicted. And this right here, you know, this is an eviction notice. This guy, he's cursing out his landlord for kicking him out. And that's just, see, Esau, man, y'all, he's the term that I like to use, he's very impersonal. You know, they like to say formal. No, you're impersonal. I am personal, meaning what? He doesn't give a F about people. He's impersonal. He likes to play all these proper games. Meanwhile, he's screwing you. Oh, well, if you would like to get this changed, you first have to go to this court. You have to sign this letter. And this has to get agreed upon by such a... Bro, we're over here dying in a storm, burning up. Be real. But Esau can't be real. Why? Because he's a demon. And that's one of my greatest vexing things, if you will, or irks about this place, how impersonal he is. He likes to pretend like he's this good, righteous, holy dude. Meanwhile, you will literally... You can be in the pavement in front of him dying, but he wants to go through procedures and show, well, that's not how we do things. You first have to file this and mail this, and when the certain judge gets a hold of it, he has to do this and petition for that. Like, bro, we're nigga. Next one. This is another notice. You know, hey, look, at first I was starting to think, you know, maybe it was just a natural fire, but bro, it's starting to look like a whole... Man, this dude, y'all, boy, you can't put nothing past him, man. You can't put, if a tree fall over, I'm blaming it on the white man now. You can't put nothing past E no more. Because he's just that vile. You know, this shit runs that deep. Next clip concerning...
You guys, they had a blockade in place in Maui to keep people from being able to drive away from the fire. Check this out.
But none of them were moving. And I walked all the way from Safeway to the chart house. Not one car had moved. And I was wondering what was stopping the traffic. Well, it was a policeman. And I got to the end and I looked up north. There were no obstructions. There was no reason to keep those cars there.
Are you serious?
I'm serious as a heart attack. And I said, what are you doing? He goes, well, I'm under orders to keep them here. And I said, the fire is right around Safeway. It's going to hit Front Street. You know, these people got to get out of here. And he said, I'm following orders.
No way.
And so I just kept walking. And well, maybe he knows something I don't, you know. So, and I keep walking down the highway, and I look behind, no cars.
So right there, you seen it. You see what's going on in Maui. You see that this man, he doesn't... he takes every opportunity to screw over everybody on the earth, which is why he has to be removed from the power, y'all. He's just not fit. He's not fit, but we're warned of this. He enlarges everything. He takes everything from everyone. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Matter of fact, I started 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yep, so this man's been lifted up, but he's not upright. He's a demon. Demon. Verse 5, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, and neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desires hell. So the wine is his philosophies. See, people get lured in, because a lot of people that live in Hawaii, they're not natural Hawaiians, right? They go move there, you know, it's a tropical vacation place, the lovely place, you know, good weather all year round, and then you go there and you get screwed. You don't have any family. You're thousands of miles away from the mainland. And now you just end up homeless on the beach, bro. is as who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So he takes, he lies, and he steals at the expense of everything and everyone around him. All right. And so those people in Maui now are feeling it. All right. So hey, that's just a real quick, update in the world, shit that's going on. Give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakorash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the Akim wa Akwat, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.